Hi, Ms. Carmona, are you able to hear me okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, great. I'll go ahead and go through my initial information here, and we'll call in our interpreter matter for you.
Of course.
All right, good morning. I'm Commissioner Procco. This is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for March 30, 2025.
Bueno, buenos días. Soy la comisionada Parco y esta es la instrucción de cargos de las 11 de la mañana para el 30 de marzo del 2025.
The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar.
Las órdenes de la toma de huellas dactilares y pruebas de ADN que se hicieron el 1 de este mes corresponden para todas las causas agendadas.
When you hear your name, please step up to the podium that's here in the center of the courtroom.
Cuando escuchen su nombre, por favor, pasen al podio, el cual se encuentra al centro de la sala del tribunal.
At the end of your hearing today, you will be receiving paperwork, and that will cover everything we go over in here, including your next court dates and all of your release conditions.
Al final de la audiencia van a recibir la documentación, lo cual va a incluir toda su información, la que incluye cuáles son sus siguientes audiencias y sus medidas cautelares.
Please keep in mind you have the right to remain silent. Everything you say in the courtroom is being recorded, both audio and video, and could be used in a future court proceeding.
Por favor, tengan en cuenta que tienen el derecho de permanecer callados. Todo lo que se diga en la sala del tribunal se está grabando y por audio y también por video, y también se puede usar en su contra en cualquier diligencia judicial posterior.
We're going to start today with Jose Perez Pineda. Sir, if you could step in the courtroom.
Vamos a empezar el día de hoy con José Piñeda Pérez. Señor, por favor, pase a la sala del tribunal.
And Ms. Carmona, I'll let you go ahead and do your appearance, and then we'll start.
So, of course, Your Honor. Elizabeth Carmona, court interpreter.
All right, Mr. Perez, if you could go ahead and state your full name and your date of birth, sir.
Señor Pérez, ¿me dice su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento, señor?
José Luis Pérez Pineda, 092469.
José Luis Pineda Pérez, 0924-1969.
All right, and I show 1979.
79.
Okay.
¿Del 79?
Sí.
79, yes.
All right, sir, you are here for 3 separate cases. I'm going to start with the new matter. This will be out of the Maricopa County Superior Court.
Bueno, señor, veo que usted está aquí a razón de tres casos. El primero es el que se emite del Tribunal Superior del Condado de Maricopa.
Probable cause has been found on one count that was submitted. That is one count of criminal trespass in the first degree, which is a Class 6 felony.
Bueno, he determinado que existe motivo fundado para solamente un cargo. Este es cargo de intrusión ilícita en primer grado. Es un delito de clase 6.
There is an additional count of possession of dangerous drugs that I was not able to find probable cause on, which doesn't necessarily mean it's going away, but I was not given enough information here today.
También hay un cargo adicional de tenencia de drogas peligrosas, lo cual he determinado que no existe motivo fundado. Eso no significa que va a desaparecer, simplemente no tengo suficiente información.
The court dates you have at this time are going to be a status conference on April 4 at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing April 8 at 8:30 a.m.
Las audiencias que se van a celebrar va a ser una junta de actualización. Se celebra el 4 de abril a las 8:30 y una audiencia preliminar el día 8 de abril a las 8:30 de la mañana.
You also have an evidentiary hearing set on April 7 at 1:30. These will all be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix.
También tiene una audiencia probatoria que se va a celebrar el 7 de abril a la 1:30 en el Tribunal Superior del Centro de Phoenix.
The Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you in this case as well.
La Defensoría Pública se le ha nombrado para que lo represente a usted en esta causa también.
So I do show that you are currently on felony release in another matter. That's another case that we'll address here in a moment.
Veo que también está en libertad después de un delito. Esto es otra cosa que vamos también a tratar en un momentito.
Okay.
Because you were on felony release in that matter at the time this new offense allegedly occurred, you are required at this time under Arizona law to be held without bond.
A razón que usted estaba en libertad después de un delito durante la comisión de este supuesto y nuevo ilícito en el estado de Arizona, se requiere que esté detenido sin derecho a fianza.
That means you're not eligible for release on the new charge, which is why we set that evidentiary hearing. That's the court date we set in order to allow the court to review that status.
Entonces, supuestamente es cuando se cometió este nuevo ilícito, por lo tanto, por eso se está fijando esta audiencia probatoria para que el juez pueda rever la condición del mismo en esa audiencia.
One of your other matters we have here on the calendar is that open felony case out of Superior Court. It's here because a bench warrant was issued for a failure to appear.
La otra cosa que todavía queda pendiente bajo la agenda es ese ilícito es el delito que se emite del Tribunal Superior. Se emitió una orden de arresto a razón de que usted no compareció.
You now have a status conference set April 4 and a preliminary hearing April 8, both at 8:30, so same court dates that I went over for your other matter.
Tiene una junta de actualización que se va a celebrar el 4 de abril, también una audiencia preliminar que se va a celebrar el 8 de abril, ambas a las 8:30, lo cual son al mismo tiempo con las otras audiencias que le di para el otro caso.
And in this case, the bond and the warrant's been affirmed. That's a $250 secured appearance bond.
Y en este caso la fianza se ha fijado en el monto de 250 y es una fianza garantizada.
Your third and final matter we need to review is going to be a warrant that was issued out of the Maryville Justice Court.
Su tercer causa, que fue una orden de arresto emitida, surge del Tribunal de Paz de Maryville.
In that matter, you now have an arraignment set on April 1st at 8:30 a.m. That'll take place with the Maryville Justice Court.
Esa va a ser también una instrucción de cargos que se va a celebrar el 1 de abril a las 8:30 en el Tribunal de Paz de Maryville.
The bond in that warrant's been affirmed as well. That one has a $500 secured appearance bond.
La fianza se ha afirmado y es una fianza de 500, una fianza garantizada.
Since the bond was set in that case, the Public Defender's Office has also been appointed there as required by Rule 6.1.
También como se le ha fijado una fianza, se le ha nombrado por la cual se fijó por medio de la abogacía pública también, entonces la fianza se le ha fijado bajo el reglamento 6.1.
Do you have any questions regarding the information that I've gone over?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta de la información que le acabo de repasar? The interpreter did not hear an answer.
Well, no, he said no.
Okay. Señala que dijo que no.
All right, Mr. Perez, if you want to go ahead and step over to your left, we'll get you some paperwork, but you can have a seat at this time. Thank you, sir.
Bueno, señor Pérez, si quiere pasar a su izquierda, está su documentación y puede tomar asiento en este momento, señor. Gracias.
And Ms. Ramon, if you could just check to see if there is anyone else here who does need the assistance of an interpreter. That's the only one I had marked.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. ¿Alguien más en la sala necesita los servicios de interpretación judicial en español?
This one, Your Honor.
Oh, we do have one. All right.
You ready for him, Your Honor?
Yep, go ahead and have him come in. We'll see who he is here. Sir, can you provide me with your full name and your date of birth?
Florentino Torres.
Momento, señor. ¿Me da su nombre y fecha de nacimiento?
Florentino Torres, 08-31-91.
Florentino Torres, 01/31/1991.
All right, thank you. All right, sir, so you are here today for a new case out of the Maricopa County Superior Court for one count of criminal trespass in the first degree, a Class 6 felony.
Bueno, gracias, señor. Usted se encuentra aquí de una nueva causa emitida del Tribunal Superior del Condado de Maricopa. Es un cargo de intrusión ilícita en primer grado. Es un delito de clase 6.
The Legal Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you in this case, and there are 2 court dates that have currently been set for you.
La abogacía pública se le ha nombrado para que lo represente. Se le han fijado 2 audiencias.
Status conference, April 14, and a preliminary hearing, April 17, both at 8:30 a.m.
Una junta de actualización que se va a celebrar el 14 de abril y una audiencia preliminar que también se celebra el 17 de abril a las 8:30 ambas.
Those will both take place at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. You'll get the address in your paperwork.
Estas se van a celebrar en el Tribunal Superior en el centro de Phoenix. La dirección se la van a dar en su documentación.
In this matter, I am following the PSA recommendation. You are being released on your own recognizance. It is going to be your promise to appear at all future court dates.
En esta causa voy a seguir la recomendación de la Agencia de Control de Procesados que usted sea puesto en libertad bajo palabra de honor mientras usted prometa que va a comparecer a todas sus audiencias.
You are also being ordered not to return to the scene of the offense and not have any contact with any victim, complainant, or witness in your case.
También se le ordena que no regrese a la escena del supuesto delito y que no tenga contacto con la víctima, parte querellante o testigo en esta causa.
Do you have any questions regarding this information?
¿Tiene alguna
No.
pregunta en cuestión a esta información?
No.
All right, sir, if you want to go and step over to your left, we'll provide you with some paperwork, but you can have a seat.
Bueno, si quiere pasar a su izquierda, le vamos a dar su documentación y ya puede tomar asiento.
All right, looks like that was the only hand that we had raised when you checked earlier, so it sounds like we are all set. Thank you so much for your help today.
Of course, Your Honor. You're very welcome. The interpreter will be disconnecting. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and proceed with Daniel Valenzuela. Then after that, we have Pascual Gonzalez. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth.
Daniel Ruben Valenzuela, 11/24/1975.
All right, thank you, sir. So you are here for a new case out of Superior Court. It is alleging one count of criminal trespass in the first degree. That is a Class 6 felony. Now, in your case, the Legal Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You have a status conference set April 4 at 8:30 a.m., evidentiary hearing April 7 at 1:30 p.m., and a preliminary hearing April 8 at 8:30. Those are all going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. I do show that you are also on pretrial felony release in another matter. That's CR 2025-103175. Looks like you're pending sentencing in that case. But because you were on felony release in that matter at the time this new offense allegedly occurred and probable cause was found here, you are required at this time to be held without bond. That means you're not eligible for release at this time. And that's why we set that evidentiary hearing. That's the hearing on April 7th. That's the court date I'm required to set in order to allow the court to review that specific term. Do you have any questions regarding that?
Yeah, what if people, I didn't know where I was at. I was, to my knowledge, it was a legitimate place.
Yeah, you can certainly speak with your attorney about any defenses you believe apply, but probable cause was found in your matter.
Okay.
All right. You want to go ahead and step over? You can go ahead and pick up that paperwork that's over there. We've got Mr. Gonzalez, Pascual Gonzalez, and then Maritza Dawes up after that. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth.
Pascual Adrian Gonzalez, 7477.
All right, thank you, sir. So you are here for a new case out of Superior Court. It is alleging one count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, which is a Class 4 felony, one count of discharging a firearm within city limits, a Class 6 felony, and one count of resisting arrest. That's also a Class 6 felony. So the public defender has been appointed to represent you. You do have a status conference set April 4 with the preliminary hearing April 8, both at 8:30. Those will be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. Based on a review of your history, as well as the nature of the offense that you're here for, primarily because it does involve the alleged use of a firearm, you do have a bond. That's a $15,000 secured appearance bond. Now, if you do post bond and you are released from custody, you're also going to be ordered not to have any contact with any victim, complainant, witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, which is already the case for you, okay? Do you have any questions regarding that?
No.
All right, sir, if you want to step over, we'll provide you with some paperwork as well here in a moment, and you can have a seat. All right, we have Ms. Dawes, and Nicholas Huff will be up after that. All right, ma'am, your full name and date of birth.
Marissa K. Dawes, July 28th, 2000.
All right, thank you. You are here for a probation violation warrant that was issued. It's for a petition to revoke that was submitted back in January. It alleges a violation of terms 3 and 5 of your probation term. So the public defender has been appointed. You have a revocation arraignment hearing April 7 at 8:30. And in this matter, the bond and the warrant's been affirmed. That's a $5,000 secured appearance bond. So if you do post bond and are released from custody, you're still on supervised probation. You do still need to abide by all terms. That does include contacting probation within 72 hours.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that? All right, if you want to go ahead and step over, you can go ahead and have a seat. We'll get you your paperwork here. All right, so we have Nicholas Huff and then Arthur Guyton will be up next. Hi, Mr. Mr. Huff, go and state your full name and date of birth.
Nicholas Huff, 9/21/85.
All right, thank you. So you've got 3 separate cases here today. All 3 of these are going to be probation violation warrants that have been issued. In each of your probation matters, there was a petition to revoke filed alleging a violation of terms 3, 4, and 5 of your probation term. So the public defender has been appointed. You have a revocation arraignment hearing April 7 at 8:30. That'll be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. The bond in each of your warrants has been affirmed. So the first 2 are each $1,000 bonds. The last one is a $5,000 bond. So it's $7,000 total for all 3. So if you do post bond and are released from custody, since you're on IPS for your level of supervision, you do need to contact probation within 24 hours rather than the standard 72. But do you have any questions regarding that? No. All right, sir, if you want to step over and go ahead and have a seat at this time. Thank you. All right, we have Arthur, Guyton, and Ronald. Liberta will be up next. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Arthur Douglas Guyton Jr.,
Your date of birth.
9/14/75.
All right, thank you. So you've got 3 separate cases here today. It looks like the first one we have here is going to be for a new case out of Superior Court. It is for 4 counts of criminal damage, Class 5 felonies. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed here to represent you. Your court dates are status conference April 4 at 8:30 a.m., preliminary hearing April 8 at 8:30. Those are going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Based on a review of your history as well as the nature of the offense that you're here for, you do have a bond in this matter. That's going to be a $2,500 secured appearance bond. You're also going to have orders not to have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness in this matter. Because you are still on supervised probation, you do still need to abide by those terms and contact probation within 72 hours. I did have to reprint this one because I had the wrong bond type listed in there, so I just signed that one again. Your other 2 cases that we have here today are your probation matters. And the reason why they're here today is for Term 1 violations. So it's basically the new offense is what's triggered it.
Okay.
So in each of those matters, then, you do have a revocation arraignment hearing set April 7 at 8:30, and the public defender is appointed in those matters as well. In each of those cases, there's a $500 secured appearance bond. It's $3,500 total for all 3, okay? Do you have any questions regarding that? All right. You want to go ahead and have a seat? I know we're reprinting your paperwork here because I had an error in it, but we'll get that out to you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so we have Ronald, Liberta, and Victoria Seeley up after that. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Ronald James Liberta Jr., 10/7/1984.
All right, thank you, sir. You are here for a new case out of the East Mesa Justice Court. The charges are 1 count of disorderly conduct and 1 count of resisting arrest, passive resistance. Those are both Class 1 misdemeanors. So in this matter, you are entitled to court-appointed counsel because it is considered a domestic violence offense in nature, but that'll be handled by the court that has your case. So they'll address that at your arraignment hearing. That's going to be at the East Mesa Justice Court on April 2nd at 8:30 a.m. The address for the court will be provided for you. Based on the nature of the offense here, specifically the threats that were allegedly made in this matter, you do have a bond that's a $2,500 secured appearance bond. You also have orders here that you are not to return to the scene of the offense, have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no contact whatsoever. You're not to possess any weapons while on release. And also, if you were previously residing there, you do have to find an alternate residence. You can only return using a civil standby. And I'll just give you a warning that a violation of a no victim contact order and a criminal release order could constitute aggravated harassment. That's a Class 6 felony.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
All right, sir. If you want to go ahead and step over, you can go ahead and have a seat. All right, so we have Victoria Seeley, and then Wilfred Burton will be up after that. Hi, ma'am. Your full name and date of birth?
Victoria Danielle Seeley, 11/8/87.
All right, thank you. So you were here for a bench warrant that was issued. That's for failure to appear in CR 2023-156064. Looks like you failed to appear at your witness preliminary hearing back in November. So you now have a status conference set April 4 with a preliminary hearing April 8, both at 8:30. Those will still take place at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, the same place you were going to before. The bond in your warrant's been affirmed. This was a $2,500 secured appearance bond. So you do have that information that'll be in your paperwork here, but do you have any questions regarding anything I just went through?
No.
All right, if you want to go ahead and step over, you can go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. All right, so we have Mr. Burton and Ilara Sains will be up next. Avir Sains, I think. All right, Mr. Burton, want to state your full name and date of birth?
Wilfred Burton, 5/10/1976.
All right, thank you, sir. So you've got 3 separate cases here today. So the first one we have here is going to be the new matter you were just brought in on. This is for a new case in Superior Court. The charges are 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, Class 2 felony, 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, those are Class 4 felonies, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, 1 count of obstruction, that's a Class 2 misdemeanor. So in this matter, the public defender's been appointed. You have a status conference set April 4 with a preliminary hearing April 8, both at 8:30. Those will be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Now, in this matter, because you are going to have bonds in your 2 probation cases that both have warrants here, I'm going to put a $50 bond here. That's a $50 cash only appearance bond. I'm putting that primarily so they know you're in custody in this matter as well, okay, if you don't post those other bonds. So your 2 other cases we have here today are the 2 probation matters. The reason they're here because a warrant was issued for a petition to revoke alleging a violation of terms 15 on one of them. The other one was a violation of term 4. So in each of those matters, the public defender has been appointed, revocation arraignment hearing April 7 at 8:30, and in each of those cases, the bond and the warrant's been affirmed. They each have a $500 secured appearance bond. $1,050 is the total for all 3 matters.
Because I was in detox, that's why. That's why I had to put one up for me, because I was in detox.
You can certainly speak with your attorney about that. You had a deferred jail term that you missed, and you didn't make any effort to do that before today. Now you're here on a new felony offense. So at this point, you're going to have to address that with your attorney and see if they can talk to the judge for you. But you're certainly not going to change your outcome here today. All right, you want to go and step over to the left? Go and pick up that paperwork and have a seat. All right, so we've got Mr. Sainz and Neftali Campa-Villa will be up next.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Sir, your full name and date of birth?
Elliot Mundo Signs, September 23rd, 1981.
All right, thank you. You are here for a bench warrant that was issued. It's for failure to appear in CR 2025-00148. So in that matter, you now have a status conference April 4 with a preliminary hearing April 8, both at 8:30. Those are going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. So in this matter, the bond in that warrant's been affirmed. This one's a $500 secured appearance bond. Any questions regarding any of that information?
For this, what was the charge for this one? Because I had just got out. I got picked up and got and bonded out, and I swear we didn't see this court date on my on my papers.
Yep, it was on your paperwork. I looked at your release order actually because I saw that you had a bond sent last time. So it's possession of narcotic drugs and tampering with physical evidence. The offense date for this case is May 14 of 2024.
Okay, yeah, I remember the thing. It was whenever they were telling us my papers, I didn't see this court date right here, and I guess I oversaw it, and I gave it to my mom. My mom's got she deals with all my court papers, and I don't know if she wrote it down on the calendar for April, and so we missed this one by accident.
All right, unfortunately, that's something you're going to have to take up. You already posted a bond in this matter and missed a court date, so you're not going to get out of getting another bond in this case because you're already subject to forfeiture potentially for your other bond.
Okay, so I'm able to bond out on this one?
You are bondable, though.
Okay, for $500?
It's a $500 bond. Yeah, last time you might have had 50 or something. This one,
it can be a little bit lower than that. I mean, I just got a job, and the money that I was having to save up, I might have like $250 that I can put towards a bond. If you can please help me out and lower it.
I'm not going to change the bond that was provided by your judge.
Okay.
So that was already set by another judicial officer. It's not something that I set here, but I'm not going to change their amount that they have in there.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Campa and Mallory Full-Wilder will be up next. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Neftali Campa-Villa, 19, 2005.
All right, thank you, sir. You are here for a new case out of the Maricopa County Superior Court that charges 1 count of racing or exhibition of speed. For you, because you have a prior of the same charge, it's a Class 6 felony. So in this matter, I don't show that you qualify for court-appointed counsel based on the information submitted to the court. Now, if you believe that is incorrect and based on your financial situation, you should qualify for court-appointed counsel. You can address that with me here. You can also bring that up at your next court date as well. You do have the right to retain an attorney on your own behalf to represent you in this case. So you have a status conference April 14 with a preliminary hearing April 17, both at 8:30. That's going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And in this matter, you are being released today. It is going to be subject to the supervision supervision and pretrial services. So before you go, you're going to get some additional information regarding that. You get a packet of paperwork. It's going to include their contact information because you do have to stay checked in with them while on release.
Okay.
All right. Any questions regarding that? All right, sir, if you want to go and step over. Looks like your paperwork is ready to go. We've got Mallory Fullwilder and Genesis Padilla Trujillo. Hi, ma'am. Your full name and date of birth.
Mallory Fullwilder, 2/18/87.
All right, so you are here for a new case out of the Maricopa County Superior Court. It is alleging one count of criminal trespass in the first degree, which is a Class 6 felony. So in this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You currently have a status conference set April 14 with the preliminary hearing April 17, both at 8:30. That's going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. So in this case, I did follow the PSA recommendation here. You are being released, but it is going to be subject to the supervision of pretrial services. So again, you are going to receive some additional information regarding that process. You do have to stay checked in with them while on release. You're also going to be ordered not to return to the scene of the offense, not to have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, witness, or co-defendant in your matter. Do you have any questions regarding that?
No.
All right, if you want to go and step over, you can go and have a seat at this time. Thank you. All right, Ms. Padilla, and then Deja Andrews will be up next. All right, ma'am, your full name and date of birth?
Genesis Isara Padilla Trujillo, 7891.
All right, thank you. You are here for a new case out of Superior Court. It is alleging one count of organized retail theft. That is a Class 4 felony. One count of possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. One count of endangerment. It's a Class 1 misdemeanor. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You have a status conference set on April 14 with the preliminary hearing April 17, both at 8:30. That'll be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. In this matter, you are being released, but it will be subject to the supervision of pretrial services. You're going to be subject to drug testing and monitoring while you're on release. Your release terms are going to include the terms that you are not to return to the scene of the offense, not to have any contact with any complainant, witness. You are not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you have any questions regarding that?
No.
All right, if you want to go and step over, go ahead and pick up that paperwork there. All right, so we've got Ms. Andrews, Leticia Keys Valenzuela will be up next. All right, ma'am, your full name and date of birth?
Deja Ashe Andrews, December 8th, 1995.
All right, thank you. So you are here for a new case out of Superior Court. It is alleging one count of aggravated assault as a Class 5 felony. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You do have a status conference set on April 14, preliminary hearing April 17, both at 8:30, both of which will be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. You'll get the address in your paperwork. Now, I am going to be releasing you here today. It is subject to the supervision of pretrial services. You've probably heard me say this a couple times. You'll get some additional information in your paperwork. It's going to have their instructions because you have to stay checked in with them while on release. You're also going to have orders not to have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness in the case. Do you have any questions regarding that? All right, if you want to go and step over, you can go and pick up that paperwork that's over there. All right, so we've got Ms. Keys, and then we've got Daniel Perez up after that. All right, Ms. Keys, go and state your full name and date of birth.
Leticia Keys Valenzuela, 12/13/93.
You're here for a new case out of Superior Court. The charge is one count of possession of dangerous drugs, which is a Class 4 felony. One count of possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed. You do have a status conference set April 14 at 8:30 a.m. with the preliminary hearing April 17 at 8:30 a.m. Those are both going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. In this matter, you are being released on your own recognizance. It is going to be your promise to appear at all future court dates. Do you have any questions regarding that? All right, go ahead and step over to your left. All right, so we've got Daniel Perez. Mikhail Kaiser will be up after that. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Daniel Alejandro Perez Julian, 10/9/1995.
All right, so you are here for two separate cases. I'm going to start with your Superior Court cases for a direct complaint that was submitted. It alleges one count of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. It has an offense date of May 28 of 2022. So in this case, the public defender has been appointed to represent you. You do have a status conference set April 14 with the preliminary hearing April 17, both at 8:30 at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Because they just put a nominal bond in your warrant, I am going to be releasing you here today in lieu of having you post that. So you are being released on your own recognizance, which is your promise to appear. You do have a second case here. This is going to be for a warrant issued out of the Tolleson Municipality. Municipal Court in their case number CM 2020-397. So in that matter, an arraignment hearing has been set April 14 at 8:30 at the Tolleson Municipal Court. This is a failure to pay warrant. In other words, you had a fine or something there that was not taken care of, which is the reason why they issued the warrant. Because it is a failure to pay warrant, I'm going to be releasing you in this matter as well, so you can appear at your court date there. That will be, again, on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions about either case?
No, one is April 17 and one is April 14.
Make sure I give you the right stuff here.
Thank you.
So you actually have two on April 14.
Oh, the same day.
Okay, and
Just
so
like
what I would recommend doing, first of all, you can always call the Superior Court to see if it's the same, but I would recommend contacting Tolleson first, see if you can appear virtually for it, see if they'll allow you to do that.
Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, you can let them know you do have another court date in Superior Court to see if they can move it for you.
Okay.
Okay, that's about the best I can do for you here because these dates are given to us. Okay. All right, if you want to go and step over, though, you'll get that paperwork here.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, so we have Mikhail, Kaiser, and Rudy Reyna will be up next. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Gail Kaiser, 3203.
All right, thank you. So you are here for a new case out of the El Centro Justice Court. It's for one count of DUI, Class 1 misdemeanor. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You do have a arraignment hearing set April 17 at 8:30. That'll be at the El Centro Justice Court. You'll get that information here in a moment. So in your matter, because I don't show you have any other criminal history, you are being released on your own recognizance, and it's going to be your promise to appear. Do you have any questions about that information?
No.
All right, step over. You can go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. All right, so we have Rudy Reyna, and then Stephen Ruiz will be up next. Hi, ma'am. Your full name and date of birth?
Rudy Danielle Ledesma Reyna, 22-1988.
Thank you. So you are here for a warrant issued out of the Peoria Municipal Court. Their case number is CM 2024-552. They set an arraignment hearing for you on April 17 at 9 a.m. That'll be at the Peoria Municipal Court. So in this matter, it is a post-adjudication warrant. So what that means is you haven't taken care of something at that court, and that's the reason they issued the warrant. Since it is post-adjudication, I'm going to go ahead and release you here today. You are being released on your own recognizance. That is going to be your promise to appear. Do you have any questions regarding any of that?
No.
All right. If you want to go and step over, we'll get you paperwork that'll have that same information in it.
Thank you.
All right. So we have Stephen Ruiz and Stephen Harvey will be up next. All right. So your full name and date of birth?
Stephen Reese, 1/26/1988.
All right, thank you. So you are here for a warrant issued out of the Peoria Municipal Court. This is an urban camping violation warrant, so a Peoria City warrant. So the arraignment hearing is set April 17 at 9 a.m. That'll be at the Peoria Municipal Court. You'll get the address in your paperwork. Given the nature of the charge that you're here for, I am going to be releasing you, give you a second shot to appear at that next court date. You are being released on your own recognizance, which is your promise to appear. If you fail to appear on April 17, it is very likely another warrant's going to issue at that time.
Okay, thank you.
All right, if you want to go and step over, you can go and pick up that paperwork over there. All right, so we have Stephen Harvey, and after that we'll have Mr. Silla. All right, Mr. Harvey, go and state your full name and date of birth.
Stephen Lewis Harvey, May 31st, 1978.
All right, thank you, sir. You are here for a new case out of the White Tank Justice Court. Now, the charge that was submitted here is one count of failure to obey a police officer, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I was not able to find probable cause the way this was charged, okay? So because I was not able to find probable cause here today, here's what that means for you. So I can't appoint an attorney either way, given the nature of the charge. You don't qualify for court-appointed counsel, but you do have to still have the right to retain an attorney. I do still have to set a court date for you. That's going to be an arraignment hearing April 15 at 9:30 a.m. at the White Tank Justice Court. Because I was not able to find probable cause, I cannot set any release conditions for you. So you're being released without any conditions being imposed, okay?
What does that mean?
That means I can't even say OR, I can't even give you a bond, I can't do anything because I did not find probable cause. I can't proceed and give you release conditions. So you're being released without anything being imposed upon you.
Okay.
Okay, so basically you're being released. That's really all that you'll care about here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right,
I'm sorry, I have one question.
yeah, go ahead.
Is it possible to get the court date changed?
I can't do that. It's a different court. You're going to have to contact them directly in order to find out.
Yes,
Okay, thank you. All right, is the interpreter able to hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. So I do have Ahmed Salah, who's now in the courtroom with me, who does need the assistance of an interpreter. And this is for a legal matter. It's my understanding you're able to assist us with that?
Okay, yes. Would you like me to introduce myself to him?
Yeah, are you able to assist with legal interpretation?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, please introduce yourself and have him state his full name and date of birth.
مرحبا، أنا هدير مترجمة اللغة العربية. ممكن من فضلك تقول لنا اسمك بالكامل وتاريخ ميلادك؟
My name is Ahmed Saleh. My date of birth 11/08/1973.
All right, well, note he just responded in English. Mr. Saleh, do you need the assistance of an interpreter for this matter?
Yeah, I mean, it's not understand all.
All right, then you do need to use the interpreter. So you need to go back and forth using the interpreter, okay? All right. All right, so Mr. Saleh, you are here for a new case that'll be out of the Peoria Municipal Court.
طيب إذا أنت هنا علشان قضية جديدة ودي هتكون خارج محكمة Peoria Superior.
This is for 3 counts of disorderly conduct. Those are all Class 1 misdemeanors.
وهذا عبارة عن يعني هذه القضية هي ل3 أفعال تعتبر كلها من المستوى الأول للجنحة.
Based on the financial information I received, I don't show that you qualify for court-appointed counsel.
طبقا للمعلومات المادية اللي أنا استلمتها لا يظهر عني إن أنت مؤهل ل يعني استشارات المحكمة العليا.
If you believe that is incorrect, and based on your financial situation, you should qualify for court-appointed counsel. You can bring that up at your next court date at the Peoria Municipal Court. They're the ones that assign counsel.
And just for the accuracy of interpretation, if you can please confirm what do you mean by the court-appointed counsel?
A court-appointed attorney or lawyer.
Thank you. طيب ففي الحالة دي علشان وضعك المادي زي ما قلت لك أنت غير مؤهل للحصول إن إحنا نحدد لك محامي من المحكمة الاستشارة القانونية يعني من المحكمة. إذا تظن إن الموضوع ده غير صحيح وإن أنت ماديا بحاجة إن المحكمة هي توفر لك محامي في الحالة دي تقدر إن أنت تجيب لنا في ميعاد المحكمة القادم هذا التأكيد يعني أو طلبك إن أنت معترض على هذا للمحكمة العليا.
You do have the right to hire your own attorney to represent you in this case.
ولك الحق إن أنت تعين المحامي الخاص بيك حتى ينوب عنك في هذه القضية.
Your arraignment hearing is currently set on April 17 at 9 a.m. at the Peoria Municipal Court.
ميعاد جلسة الاستماع المحددة ليك هي بتاريخ 17 من الشهر الرابع الساعة 9 صباحا في المحكمة العليا ببيوريا.
You are being released on your own recognizance. That is going to be your promise to appear, but you do have some additional terms here that you have to abide by.
طيب بالإضافة إلى أن أنت سيتم إطلاق سراحك تحت الإقرار الشخصي اللي أنت أدليت بيه وده هيكون عبارة عن وعد منك بالظهور في ميعاد المحدد ليك في المحكمة وهيكون برضو في شروط أخرى هتحتاج أن أنت تلتزم بيها.
You are not to return to the scene of the offense, so you would have to find an alternate residence at least until further court order.
غير مسموح لك أن تعود إلى المكان الذي ارتكب فيه هذا الاعتداء، بالإضافة إلى أنه على الأقل عليك أن تجد مكان آخر تسكن فيه على الأقل لحد ما يتم إصدار قرار آخر من المحكمة.
You're also not permitted to have any contact with any alleged victim or witness in this matter.
Is that a name of someone?
I said you are not permitted to have any contact with any victim or witness in this matter.
Okay. طيب غير مسموح ليك أن تتواصل مع أي من الضحايا أو أي من الشهود على هذه القضية.
You will get all of this information in your paperwork that you'll receive in a moment, but do you have any questions regarding it?
كل هذه المعلومات هتستلمها في أوراق الآن. عندك أي أسئلة بشأن أي من هذه المعلومات؟
بس بالنسبة أنا صاحب عمل، يعني أشتغل موظف في أغراض إلي خاصة وملابسي، أقدر يعني بروح البيت أخذهم؟
Okay, because I am an employee, I'm working, and I wanted to check if I can just go back there to grab my clothing and my belongingness.
So I did put in your paperwork that you are permitted to do a civil standby. That's done by contacting local law enforcement and letting them know you need to schedule a time to go back there in order to obtain whatever personal items you need.
أنا سجلت هنا في المعلومات إن أنت مسموح ليك إنك يعني تسجل طلب أو تطلب استعداد مدني، وده بيكون عبارة عن إن أنت بتتواصل مع الشرطة أو اسم الشرطة اللي قريب منك وتعرفهم إن أنت عايز تحجز ميعاد للعودة إلى ذلك المكان حتى تحصل على متعلقاتك الشخصية اللي أنت محتاجها.
طيب بعد المحكمة أنا وين يعني بدي أروح؟
Okay, so after this court, where I need to go so that I can go there?
To do the civil standby, you need to call local law enforcement. So you would call Peoria Police Department, their non-emergency line.
علشان تطلب استعداد مدني في الحالة دي بتتصل بقسم الشرطة المحلي، ففي الحالة دي هتتصل على رقم الشرطة، على رقم قسم الشرطة ببيوريا، لكن ما يكونش خط الطوارئ، لا الخط اللي هو غير للحالات الغير طارئة بس بتاع الشرطة.
Your court date and all that information, that will be in your paperwork.
طيب.
ميعاد المحكمة بتاعتك وكل المعلومات دي برضو اللي قلتها هتلاقيها في الأوراق بتاعتك.
طيب.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
And you can step over to your left and we'll get you your paperwork. Thank you.
Thank you.
على يسارك هنا ممكن تيجي عشان تاخد الأوراق بتاعتك. شكرا.
شكرا لك.
All right, that was the only matter that we had. I appreciate your assistance today.
Okay, sure. Thank you for using Linebridge for your language needs.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, looks like that is everybody. Did you take